Welcome to Guitar Gallery. It's Stefan. Today we're doing another review on the very popular Larrivee OM-40R. R stands for Rosewood, but we'll tell you more about that. Maybe just on Larrivee, we are the exclusive dealers in SA. And the reason we are is because we just love these guitars. Hand built in the USA, in California. They started out in Canada and they moved to California, I think, in the early 2000s. And you know, the other thing about Larrivee, it's got a unique voice. They talk about a Larrivee, about a Taylor sound. They talk about a Martin sound, but people also talk about a Larrivee sound, which is a very balanced sound. That's what it's known for. And then the other important thing to know is that John Larrivee is really known for selecting some of the best tone woods out there. You'll frequently see him somewhere standing on a log somewhere in the world. And a lot of the big luthiers are also sourcing woods from John Larrivee. And we are sure that the best woods that he finds ends up in his own guitars.
You know, and you can see that in the, you and I have had this conversation, the consistency and the quality of tone woods coming out of the Larrivee shop is just amazing. Each single one, with no exception. Each single one, the quality is just amazing. So you can just see where these guys operate and what standards they put to practice in the building of the guitars. It's absolutely amazing.
And I mean, I was just thinking, Stefan, I mean, one thing that we are just pedantic about is neck angles, you know, when they come in, to make sure that we give our client, I mean, you don't want to spend a lot of money and then you end up, you can't get the action, to the right level, and you end up taking the saddle down so low that you lose so much tone. We just absolutely pedantic when it comes to neck angles, and it's just like everything is absolutely spot on.
Especially out of the factory. Larrivee has been so consistent. The build quality of these instruments are spectacular. You know, we inspect all of these ones, and it's actually become a laughable matter because you take a Larrivee out of the box, check it, it's fine. You know, all of them are consistently on point, and it's, it really does speak to the quality of the effort they put into these guitars.
So we look at the specs on this guitar. OM, very versatile guitar. You can strum it, you can pick it. It's very comfortable to play. And then for me, the classic wood combination must be Sitka spruce top and beautiful like this one. And then if you turn it around, the East Indian rosewood. Stefan, this matte finish, a lot of people like it.
Yeah, I like it because it feels like a piece of wood that you're holding. You know, it feels natural. It feels like the wood itself. It's almost not finished completely. What I want to say, it doesn't feel like raw wood. And I'm a big fan of that. I've got plenty of instruments with a matte finish like this one. And
what I also like is this maple binding that they use. I still sometimes struggle with a very expensive guitar. They call it Ivoroid, which is plastic. So I really like the maple binding that they put on this guitar. Now, the 40 series, maybe just to explain to you, so maybe you're familiar with the 3 series, which has got the standard X brace and the symmetrical crossbar.
Exactly.
But what they've done with this one is to actually go and create almost more of a vintage instrument if you compare it to the 3 series. And aesthetically, if you look at it, the headstock, you'll see that's more of a vintage vibe. Look at the open gear tuners.
They do also call it the traditional series, being the 40 series.
And then, Stefan, they've done some magic inside.
Yeah, well, they've done all the magic inside. The main X brace on this one is scalloped, whereas the normal on the 03 or the recording series and as for example on the 60 series on non-scalloped X bracing. This one has got a scalloped X bracing, which gives it it loosens up the top to move more. There's more movement. It's just like a little oomph to the power of the guitar. And then what they furthermore did is the cross bracing on this is asymmetrical. They shifted it a little bit to give it even more power and more looseness to the top. So the top can just shake around even more, but while maintaining the control over the bass response, so it doesn't get boomed.
So you definitely do get a bit more bass response, but as you said, it's still controlled.
Definitely, they still maintain that a beautiful balance between the bass in the middle and the trebles, and that really aligns with the typical Larrivee sound that we've spoken of so often. You can hear it's a Larrivee, you can hear that balance. This one they've just boosted a little bit, on the overall volume and power side of it.
It's a big sounding little guitar,
especially it's a medium-bodied instrument, but it sounds big. Especially this one, from the recordings, you have no idea how soft I was playing there. For example, it's such an easy instrument to play, and it's an effective instrument in terms of making sound. It's just such a joy to play.
So that's what we've been trying to explain to you about this amazing guitar, but you have to come here and play it yourself and experience. I mean, it's not just what you hear, it's what you feel. I mean, this neck, I just love Larrivee neck.
Absolutely.
It's such a comfortable neck. So please come and visit us. We've got a whole range of Larrivees for you to compare. You know, maybe you prefer the 3 series or the 60 series, you know, and that's the nice thing, is we've got a whole range available for you to compare. Thank you for watching. We enjoy playing on these guitars, and we are sure that you will as well when you come and visit us. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.